Welcome to our video blog on protecting yourself from water damage. We get a lot of questions on why our product is the one recommended the most often. So we thought the best way to do this was to just be unbiased and show you the differences so you can decide for yourself. There are really only three types of products that are available and that can protect your home from water damage. The first group of products are called point-of-leak sensors, water bugs, other things like that. There's a million of them out there. This is an example of one of them. The way they all work is you set them down underneath an appliance or a fixture, and when water hits the sensors on the bottom, it sounds an alarm and shuts off the water. So take a second here with me, close your eyes and think about your house. And think about where you'd need sensors. Under every sink, under every toilet, under your ice maker, under the washing machine, under the dishwasher, under the hot water heater, and so on. So you can see it can get to be a pretty big number. And they really only are protecting the areas where the appliances or the fixtures are. They're not protecting the rest of the home where you can have issues with pipes or other appliances. I liken it to putting a home security system in, but not putting sensors on certain doors or windows. It's incomplete protection at best. It definitely is better than nothing, but it's not what you can do to protect your home completely. Also, many of them have batteries, and no one likes to change the batteries every year and to remember to do all that. They can be the least expensive, especially in a smaller home where you don't need a lot of water bugs, but they have very limited effectiveness. The second type of device are the mechanical devices. I have an example of one here. Unlike the point-of-leak sensors, they do monitor all the water going into the home. All the water would enter through this pipe. They have some type of impeller. Think of a propeller on a boat or something that needs to be moved from the water. But you can see that there's an impeller inside here that has to move from the water pushing it from water pressure. The smaller the pipe size, the easier it is to get the impeller to spin, which is why there's only one small size available for the mechanical type systems. I like this as an example because I think it makes it a little more clear. You think of a propeller on a boat or a fan like this with fan blades. Blowing on it doesn't really get it to move. And just in the same way, a small amount of water may not cause that impeller to be moved or cause the propeller to spin. But with large amounts of flow, it will easily spin, and small amounts of flow, it will continue as well. And if you do more flow to less flow, it will easily be able to adjust once it's already spinning. The hard part is to get it started spinning. The challenge with that is that everything that has moving parts, honestly, becomes less efficient over time. So there's a concern that as you go forward with time, it'll be more and more difficult to catch smaller leaks with these mechanical devices. The other thing that's a little difficult for them is sometimes they're a challenge to work with because their touch screens or their screens aren't always as easy to interact with. You don't always know what's going on. And pipe size is the other issue. Because just imagine a straw versus a pipe this size. If I was going to blow some water through this pipe and blew, you wouldn't see much water pressure and not a lot of water coming through. Whereas if I had a straw and blew water through that, I would have a strong, steady stream that would come out that would create a lot of pressure. So the same idea with these mechanical devices. They work well, but they do have some drawbacks, especially monitoring flow consistently over time because of the moving parts and because they're not as simple to interact with. The third type of device is the leak defense system. It's the only digital device that is available. And as a digital device, what that means is that it's monitoring water flow without any moving parts. We use two thermodynamic sensors to measure water flow, very precise, very consistent over time. These pictures show how the probes are situated in the pipe to measure water flow. Small probes, but able to measure and monitor water flow precisely. That is why the digital technology is scalable, and unlike the mechanical systems where they have only one size, we have 5 different sizes corresponding to the waterline size for your home. Even smaller flows can be caught, typically with the leak defense system. The other benefit is you have a touchscreen control panel. So it's very simple to interact with, tells you what's going on at any point in time, whether water is flowing or not. You can very simply see that by what's going on with the touchscreen. The mechanical and the digital systems, these two systems are comparably priced, with the digital offering some benefits, obviously, which I outlined and which I'm biased, but I think they're just better systems. But they both do work well. Well, I think we've done it. You're now an expert in water security. Go forth and educate others and protect your most valuable asset, your home, from the most likely cause of damage, water.